Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. The dog is going absolutely nuts right now, tracking something. Don't know what it is. Could be one of the neighborhood dogs. Because there are other people that live around me, and they walk in the same area. So, I think I've come to a bit of an understanding and realization. I found that with the work that I do, and by work I mean work that I do in my professional life, in my personal life, I'm learning that connection to my ancestors is becoming really important to me. I think in a previous video I spoke about learning how to make a bow out of a birch tree. My ancestors in Europe most likely would have made bows the exact same way, and my ancestors come from Poland, Ukraine, Ireland, Scotland, and England. 51% British and 49% Eastern European, and they most likely would have done the same. They would have made the bows. And today I made at work. I made a rattle, ceremonial rattle. This is the second one I made. I made a mistake with the first. I got a teaching today that I need to. Oh, what's the term? I need to feast. I need to feast my items and offer them tobacco. So when I'm done my walk with the dog and I get home, I'm going to take some food and go out and put some tobacco out for the rattle that I've made as completed, and for a bundle that I have that I've started. Do that as well. Maybe that's why I haven't been having. Well, no, I have had some experiences since I made that rattle. Dog's indicating. That's something I need to do, right? And we'll see what happens. I'm learning that, like you have to honor the ancestors. You have to honor where you've come from. And I've been trying to learn more about the traditions about where my ancestors came from, because through colonization, yes, colonization did happen in Europe. Through colonization, a lot of the traditional practices were lost. One thing I do know is where my ancestors in Scotland, they were a matriarchal, I can't pronounce that. They were a society led by women, women-centered. So genealogical lines weren't through the husband necessarily, they were from the female line. And that was wiped out through colonization from the English, which is part of my ancestry as well, right? But just, I'd like to learn more, seek more guidance on the traditional practices. A while ago, I had a dream where an elder, First Nations elder, gave me an eagle fan. Then he gave me a stick made out of bone and wood. And I tried to give the stick back to this elder in my dream. And he was like, no, don't give it back, don't give it back. And the second I gave it back to him, it shattered. I don't know if there's any meaning to that behind that. Like maybe Is there a possibility that where my ancestors came from, there was such a thing as a ceremonial staff where the bottom portion was wood, the top half was bone? I don't know. I really don't. I just wish that someone of European descent like me had the ability to know these traditions about where we come from. And for me, like I'm a person of European descent on Turtle Island, which is the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, where I live. I just wish there was more for someone like me to delve into the spirit, because the work that I do, a lot of the work I do has to do with the spirit. I know that sounds strange. I know that sounds odd. And I've spoken about this in previous videos, but it all comes down to that. It all comes down to honoring spirit, honoring where you come from, doing your best to understand. And whenever I get a chance to talk to an elder in this area and try to gain some sort of understanding and knowledge from my experiences, like I do get something from it, and I gain a lot of understanding and knowledge from it. And one thing is for certain is I'm not First Nations, and I know that because I got my DNA tested. But what does that mean? Like, why do I keep on having these experiences and dreams? I've been having them since I was 10 years old, maybe younger. I've been having these experiences. I wish I knew the answer to this. And it could be that, I'm in the right place right now currently to question and try to understand this journey that I'm on, right? Someone I've spoken about in the past in these videos is Joseph Campbell. One saying of his really resonates with me just this moment is, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. So what is this cave I'm afraid to enter? What is it? What am I afraid of? Part of me is almost afraid of sounding strange or weird or out of my mind. This is work that I'm doing I never thought I would be doing 20 years ago. Never in my wildest dreams. And I'm so blessed and lucky to do this work that I do, to work with the spirit. And the other part of me is, I'm afraid of I don't know what I'm afraid of. Is it possible that I'm afraid of what it truly means to work with the spirit, work with spirits? I honestly think that maybe sometimes, what they say is, like, when you're not seeking out the answer, that's when it comes to you. That's when it happens. So maybe what I need to do is not seek out the answer, and I'll find it. Maybe that's what I need to do, is find it that way. And part of working with the spirits is doing activities and doing things that your ancestors would have done, making items, learning how to make tools and items that they would have worked with thousands of years ago, like a bow, learning how to make an arrow, making a drum, making a rattle, learn how to read the signs. Whew, I've had a lot of experiences. Okay. I'm going to end the video here. Like, comment, subscribe. I also want to say, if you see anything or hear anything on these videos that I do, let me know, because I don't watch them before I post them. But like, comment, subscribe, give me topics to talk about, and hope everyone's doing well. Thank you.